What is good with your baby? Hey man, welcome back to my channel. It's your boy LaCaven, back out with another reaction. If you like it new, like and subscribe to my channel. So today we got BG Knocc Out, the story behind Eazy-E's Dr. Dre disc Compton City G's. They know this is like a little side called Real Motherfucking G's. I've seen like some stories about, Eazy-E, and there's been a lot of conspiracy theories about him, dying from, HIV and AIDS and stuff. And like he died just that quick. And I know about I think Eazy made 2 discs on Dr. Dre. The one called It's On Motherfucking In His Song. Well, it was on motherfucking in his song. That song right there. And the other one he did with Dresta and him, BG Knocc Out, talking about real motherfucking G's, which is like related to the Eazy Dr. Dre disc. So we're gonna check this out, man. If you haven't seen this one, I'm gonna put a link in the description down below. And without further ado, like and subscribe if you're new. Let's jump right into it. Appreciate y'all for the 29 subscribers. We need to keep going, man. Please, I'm begging y'all, please tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell everybody. If you haven't seen LaCaven's reaction, please tell them like and subscribe to my channel, please. I really appreciate it. Let's jump right into it.
So how did you end up hooking up with Eazy?
Well, basically, like, I had a reputation for, in the neighborhood, like the local LA area, for rapping. My brother was in California Youth Authority, Dresta the Gangster. He was in Youth Authority, and his reputation kind of spread throughout the youth, the Youth Authority or whatever. So usually what happens is, like, people who from LA come up gangbanging, you're going to end up in juvenile hall, you're going to end up in camp or YA. So all the people who was, ended up in these situations who were getting out before my brother, they was just telling people, like, I would always hear these rumors, like, man, your brother, he hard. Because, at certain places in YA, they have studios, they have places for them to record, and then they actually let them perform. So people would get out spreading the word. So one guy had got out, and his uncle happened to be one of Eazy's old running buddies, from the streets before NWA and all the music stuff. And I think they wanted to kind of get into the music. So one day they put up on our street and was like, we heard y'all be rapping. We was like, yeah, we get in. It was like, let us hear something. We rapped for them. They was like, well, tomorrow we're going to the studio. They didn't tell us with who or whatever.
Okay.
So the next day I happened to not be there. My brother was there. My brother came home later that night. He was like, I was in the studio with Eazy. I'm like, yeah. He was like, yep. He had songs written that they already did and everything. So I was like, wow. He was like, we going tomorrow, so you better be around. So the next day I went, they was doing Real Compton City G's. My brother, wrote the song, arranged it, wrote him and Eazy's verse and all this.
Okay, so Dresta actually wrote Eazy's
part. Yeah, Dresta was the writer. And he was the whole person behind the concept. Because what it was Eazy would tell us stories about, Dre, Death Row, all these things, and that's how he came up with the lyric. So I'm in the studio basically just listening to them make the song. I wasn't supposed to be on the song. So in the process of them recording the song, the part that I rapped on, they don't know how the beat got extended right there. So everybody was like, what happened right here, And I'm just sitting back like, shit, I don't know, you know what I mean? So after they was trying to figure it out, somebody looked over at me and they was like, you go try something. So I went in the studio, I went in the booth, bust all these old raps that I had. And they was like, nah, because I guess it wasn't fitting with the concept.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, give me some more weed. Somebody brought me some weed, we smoked it, and I just freestyled that verse. And they was recording everything that I was doing, I didn't know.
Okay.
So when they recorded it, they was like, that's it. They told me to come out, write it down, try to, make it better or whatever. And that's really how it happened.
So you just met Eazy-E on the day
I recorded the song.
Compton City G's, when you were basically dissing Death Row.
Yeah.
Did you know anyone from Death Row?
Nah.
These were all
it didn't matter.
Didn't matter.
It didn't matter. I'm living in Watts. I'm selling rocks. You know what I'm saying? Like, my whole passion was to get in the music industry. since I was probably like 11 years old. And
Right.
this was my opportunity, so it didn't matter.
So if they asked you to diss Michael Jackson, or
It didn't
whoever,
matter.
Stevie Wonder,
It
it's
didn't
like,
matter.
fuck it.
If Dre would have found me before Easy, it'd have probably been the same way. It'd have probably been the other way around. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Wow.
Okay, so, and you just met Easy that day, pretty much.
Just met him that day.
Okay, well, what was your initial kind of impressions of Easy?
Like from meeting him?
Yeah.
I mean, I was in awe. Because here's a person who I've admired since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
Now I'm sitting right here with him. So I was kind of starstruck, I guess.
Yeah.
Just watching him, you know, just tripping off of him. And this is the crazy part that day, too. I had a rap dissing him. Okay, remember when the Rodney King trial came out?
Yeah.
The one guy who turned over on the cops, Easy kind of supported him.
Yeah.
So one day I
Like
seen
a
him
Mexican
on,
dude or something,
yeah.
right?
So I seen him on the news with the guy coming out of the court building. Like one day when I was at home just chilling, so I wrote a rap, like dissing him. And then the homies put me on blast. They was like, you know, you got a rap dissing you, E. And he was like, how you gonna diss me, man? You up in my spot? He was like, let me hear it. I'm like, nah, I ain't finna do that. And he kept on prodding me to hear it, so I ended up saying it for him. He was like, you cold. He was like, this what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna roll up 20 joints.
Damn.
If you can smoke half of them, then something. He was like trying to make a bet with me. So we said,
Man, when you talking about smoking weed, bro, I mean, I do smoke weed and be here and there, but not all the time. You know what I'm saying? But 20 joints of the weed, That literally fucked me up. That literally fucked me up because I'm getting so high right now. Man, I'll never forget. There's this one. I tried one of those CB, at the THC gummies, bro. No, bro. I was like slow motion high as fuck. I was literally high. I was like, hold up. I was looking like this. My hand was like, it's like slow motion. I was walking slowly. I was like, yo, I vow never to do THC gummies again. I'll never want to do it again. Jesus. Yeah, I woke up. I feel a little froggy. It's like feel like a little fog coming after you. You know what I'm saying? But don't do it, kids. Don't say no to it.
sat in the hallway, got to like 7 joints. I was so high, I was like, I can't do it. So that was like my initial, you know what I mean? Like that's how we kind of bonded. And ever since then, it was just all good.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys recorded Real Compton City G's.
Mm-hmm.
Dre Day was already out.
Right.
How was Easy sort of feeling in the studio about this whole situation?
It was never even a thought. Like he didn't care about that, man. Like,
oh, but he was doing this, right?
Yeah, I mean, of course, because you got to understand, Easy's a smart man. You know what I'm saying? And he always was looking for a way to gain something from publicity. So I think that was like, you know what I mean? Because you got to think about it. The album was called It's On Dr. Dre 187 Killer. Right. It was already done. It was already slated to come out. But when we made Real Motherfucking G's, he was like, fuck that, this got to go on the album. Because I guess it was better than the song he had. Because remember that one song, well, if it's on, motherfucker, then it's on. That was supposed to be the single.
Oh, okay, I don't even...
Yeah, well, this, you know...
I know that, what's that song? It's on... Tell your motherfuckers who you fucking with. Whenever it's on, motherfucker, then it's on. That song right there is like, it's stuck in my head like that song right there. I mean, it was good diss, but it's not really strong type of diss to hit towards by Dre. So when he did about the Real Motherfucking G's with Compton City G's, they traded to Real Motherfucking G's. And that's why Dre's Eazy-E and BG Knocc Out made the verse of dissing Dre and all them in Death Row.
It's not as memorable as the other one, but that was supposed to be the single. So when we made that one, he was like, nah, this the one. And then he know me and my brother, you know, we had street cred from the hood. So he was like, fuck that, we gonna roll with this. But as far as talking about Dre, thinking about, it wasn't really like, he wasn't sweating it. He was thriving off, you know, what he can make from it and just the controversy part of it. You know what I mean? Okay. But it wasn't like he was sweating. He was getting paid from it. Why would he be mad about it?
Okay, so Dre said, wrote Easy's verses.
Yeah.
And then Easy went in the studio and laid
did
them.
Yeah.
You actually saw Easy lay the verses, or was that done the day before?
I think it was done the day before I came.
Okay, so by the time you came in, Easy
yeah,
verses
everything was already done.
Were already done. You just added your verse. Okay. So, did the song come out before the video, or did it come out at the same time?
No, the video came out first, I believe.
The video came out first.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's time for you guys to film the video.
Oh, okay. It's time for us to film the video. I forgot the first location was at this college. If you remember the part of the video when we chasing the Easy lookalike down the hill, kind of towards the end of the video.
AJ Johnson.
Well, it was at, I forgot the name of that college, but
I think on the music video someone did a a parody of Eazy-E with AJ Johnson. For those of you who know who AJ Johnson is, he was a comedian, and he was on Friday movie with Ezel. Yeah, that was him, man. R.I.P. to AJ Johnson, bro.
it was initially there. Nobody ever heard the song, and this was the crazy part. Like, people, when we was filming the video and the song is playing through the little speaker, for us to, like, mimic the lyrics, people was going crazy. Like, first time ever hearing it, and they, like, so many people gravitated towards it. Like, and that's why you see all those people in the video, because people just start, I guess the initial people who came, everybody started calling people, come up here, come up here. And the video was crazy. I think it was a 5-day shoot. We was all throughout Compton, all in my neighborhood, and it was a wild time.
So who was the Eazy-E lookalike?
That's the dude, AJ Johnson.
Yeah.
He's the comedian. He played in the movie.
That's AJ Johnson?
Yeah. He was in the movie The Hookup with Master P.
Right. Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking
Friday
about.
and all that.
I guess
Ezel from Friday. That's him.
Wow. The crackhead.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the homeboy. He from Compton. He a real Compton cat. He really from the
Okay.
city, yeah.
That's what's up. All right, so you guys do the video.
Mm-hmm.
You drop the video. What was the reaction after that?
It was so crazy. I was in high school. You got to imagine. I'm in high school in the 12th grade. I got 2 semesters left. So once the video come out, my life changed. Like, I wasn't a normal person no more, even though I'm still living right here on this dope street in Watts. So I go to school. One day I go to school late. It's around nutrition time. And the way the school is like you have to walk through these 2 open doors in the front, go through a hallway, and then you come out into the school area like this. So when I get to school, it seemed like the whole school turned around and looked at me like, and it made me feel some type of way. And I dropped out. I was like, I can't go back, because I wasn't used to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was a normal person one day, and then after that, like, my whole life just, even if I'm driving down the street, cars would pull up and just, that's people pointing at me. I'm like, it was wild. It was crazy.
Okay. But there's also a lot of Death Row fans out there.
Definitely.
So
we didn't really experience that until we went out of state.
Okay.
Like, we didn't have, like, the only time we ever run into Death Row, we got nominated for a Billboard Award. So they had at the Universal Amphitheater, the very first time we went, it was only 7 of us. You know how Suge used to roll. He had like 300 people with him.
Damn.
So this is our first run in. So I'm itching to see Daz, Corrupt, anybody, Snoop. So when we get inside, I see Dre, Suge, DOC, all them are in the front row of the place. We sitting probably 5 seats behind them. Nate Dogg, Daz, Corrupt, all them, they sitting probably about 5 seats behind us.
Okay.
So when they showed us where we sitting at, I'm like, forget that. I jumped up. I walked up there. I started gangbanging on all, like, Daz and Corrupt. And I'm like, what's up with that Nutty Block Crip? Like, Nate Dogg was the only dude who stood up. He had a hockey mask on, so I didn't even know who the fuck he was. He had a
R.I.P. to Nate Dogg, bro. I feel like Nate Dogg is like one of the, without the auto-tune, he can sing the hell out of it. He can sing for real. You know, I mean, on the song of Keep It Coming, it was like Need for Speed Underground, because I had that on that song on my phone. And he did a song with this song called Eminem, Bitch Please. I mean, he did the hook, man. I mean, long live without auto-tune, rest in peace to Nate Dogg, one of the true singers, bro.
Stood up in the seat, like, no, BG gangbanging. I'm like, come out, and I'm telling him to come out. You know what I'm saying? Like, come out the road. What's happening? Whoa. So some people seen it. They try to stop it. I go back and sit down. The award ceremony happened, and then they had an intermission. So I see Suge. Easy went up to go meet somebody. You know, it was a bunch of celebrities, so everybody shaking hands. So Easy was talking. I see Suge kind of trying to press Easy. So me and my brother jumped up, ran up there, like, what's happening? Suge was like, yeah, outside. We gonna see what's happening outside. Then Mike Conception, you know who he is?
Yeah, I know who he is.
Mike Conception was there deep with a bunch of OG Crip dudes. They was all dressed in suits and had the AC Doozy hats and all that. So they pulled up. They seen what was going on, and they was like, Suge, ain't nothing popping up in here, homie. Like, whoa. So Suge kind of backed up. He was like, all right, outside. We'll see what happened when we get outside. So after the award ceremony, we had two homies with us. They came back to the hood. They brought straps for everybody. So we went outside. Everybody was strapped up. So we got outside. We like, Suge, what's happening? Like, I thought you was going to do something when we get outside. He was like, man, I ain't tripping on that shit. I was like, all right. You know what I mean? They knew we was about business. Like, if you know anything about Compton, L.A., like the hood I come from, not too many people wanted with us.
Damn.
So you guys were getting ready to shoot up the whole place?
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
It would have happened like it was nothing.
I mean, was there a certain thought of, even though I come from this environment, I now have these opportunities.
Yeah,
I have songs on
absolutely.
the radio. I have more to lose now.
There's
like,
the thought for
I
that.
can't just be this random Crip who gonna shoot out and then just blend into the shadows.
You know, if somebody pressing you like that, like, I can understand if Suge had more tact with what he did, but
so if it was polite, nothing would have happened.
Yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? Like, see, you got to understand, like, when you come from the street, you don't understand certain things. Like, when somebody approach you hostile, then you're going to deal with it that way.
Right.
You know what I mean? And even though we knew we had stuff to lose, it was like, we ain't no pushovers either. You know what I mean? And I think they knew that, so.
So nothing happened?
Yeah, nothing happened.
Did you ever run into him again?
Yeah. Ran into him, we was at this club called the Glam Slam. Prince used to own this one club downtown L.A. And we was doing a showcase for Ruthless. And I remember we was backstage. We probably had 5 minutes to come out. And I think somebody from Above the Law ran back there. Suge them outside. Suge them outside. We leaving. So me and my brother was like, what? Me and my brother ran out there. Like, where he at? Everybody else, bro, I'm talking about they literally left the building. They left. So me and my brother, the funny thing is one of my brother's cousins was one of his bodyguards.
So one of your brother's cousins was Suge's
bodyguard.
Was he off-duty police or?
Nah, just a Compton, just an OG Compton dude. So when we get out there, my brother, like, we looking for Suge. He's at the bar, him and Dr. Dre at the bar, like leaning on the bar. Like 3 bodyguards is protecting them. And I guess my brother cousin seen him, and he grabbed my brother, what's up? They hugging or whatever. My brother like, we want to holler at Suge, because Suge had a rumor that he was going to slap us when he seen us, supposedly, from what people were saying. So he was like, come on. He took us over there. He was like, Suge, what's happening? You supposed to slap us, homie, like when you see us, you know what I mean? He was like, nah, man, I love y'all little niggas. I want y'all to sign a death row. Bought us drinks and all type of shit.
Wait, Suge said he wanted to sign y'all to death row?
He tried to. He kept sending people for me. Like, it was some dude that used to play football. He was like a ex-NFL player. And he used to send a dude with a check with $50,000. Like, he used to pop up everywhere I was at.
With $50,000?
Yeah, in a contract. Tell me, you gonna sign a death row? Like, hell no, man, I can't. Like, I ain't gonna never sell nobody out that I rode with. So
Facts.
I just couldn't.
So the fact that Easy put you on, it didn't matter how much money. So if they gave you $1 million check,
It didn't matter.
Didn't matter.
No.
Do you think that Suge really wanted to sign you, or is it just he's just?
I think he wanted.
He's trying to fuck with Easy.
He wanted to fuck with Easy because one of the conditions was he wanted us to diss Easy, and I wasn't gonna never do that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we got mass. Hold on. All right, we're back.
Yeah.
So that's basically what transpired.
Yeah.
Now, when the song came out, were you hanging out with Easy a lot during this time?
Absolutely.
So
We was always together.
What was Easy's sort of, mood and thinking during this time?
Man, we was riding high, actually. Like, I mean, every day if we wasn't recording music, we was just hanging out like homies. Like, you know what I mean? Like you probably did with your friends growing up. We was just kicking it. We was always getting high. It was always girls around. And we was just hanging out. Like, we was having fun. The song was selling. You know what I'm saying? The video was #1 for a long time. We was always on tour. You know what I mean? So we was having a good time. He was never down. Everybody, we was just chilling. We ain't had no controversy or nothing. You know what I'm saying? We was just having fun.
Yeah, I mean, you were having the time of your life, I bet.
Absolutely.
I mean,
it was all new to me. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
He used to be like, it was so crazy because he used to be like, man, just watch. He used to always tell me, watch. He was like, you going to be bigger than me. I'm telling you. Woo, woo, woo. And I used to be like, what? Because I didn't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know the shit was going to go like that. You know, because I was just used to performing around L.A. Never been out of state. That was my first time going out of state with him. And it was just like, it was crazy. It was a crazy time for me.
You said something happened out of state?
Well, yeah, it was like, you know, people from, that's what I was telling you about the Death Row thing. Like, they had their fans too. So, like, we'd be at a radio station. People would come up to the radio station talking shit. And we had to run out there with guns and chase them and shit. And they'd pull out. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy. But in the city, we didn't really have them issues. Like, it was only out of state with people who really loved Dr. Dre and Snoop and all them.
Alright, I'm gonna stop right there. Wow. That was good. That was good. BG Knocc Out telling the story about how Eazy-E and Dre did it, the song called Real Motherfucking G's. That was good. And I like this. I like these stories of, you know, NWA stories and Eazy-E coming about and all that kind of stuff. And I really do enjoy it because, you know, I watched it, you know, plenty of times, man. It was really good. So that's why I'm coming to y'all and doing my reaction to it on YouTube, man. And I want to say this, bro. Don't never ever try THC gummies. Don't never try them, bro. I tried like 2. I was really hot as fuck. Now I was in the bed, bro. Until my man, I was going to sleep. My mind just like blown. It's like blown the fuck off, bro. I started imagining some shit. It don't make no sense. But yeah, but don't never try THC gummies again. Please don't. Yeah, but that's my reaction, man. I'll put a link on the description down below on Vlad TV. And I'll see you on my next reaction. It's your boy LaCaven. I'll see my next reaction on YouTube, man. Peace. Bye.